Guess what's here already? This is the July Fairyloot box, and with the way that they have been shipping lately, I was expecting it later in the month, like much later in the month of August, but it's August 5th and this has arrived. Holy cow. They did tell me they were switching shipping partners, and they must have made a good choice because this got here quickly. Yeah, very cool. So, if you're new to my channel or to Fairyloot, this is a monthly subscription box, and they have different varieties. They started as mainly YA, but they do have an adult option, I think, and you can do book only or book and goodies. I do the YA book and goodies. And we're going to dive in and see what we have in this month's box. Alright, there's a better angle on the spoiler card, and the theme is Rule Them All. Very intrigued by this art. I find that Asian-inspired books are very, I don't know, they're, what's the word I'm looking for? They're very intriguing to me. Okay, I've enjoyed a lot of really great ones in the past few years, so this is a good sign. What the? Okay, I looked over to the box and I see something that says the Shire on it. The Shire. As in like Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. Oh, look at this. Box is gorgeous. Some notes on the back say capacity 500 ml, plastic, hand wash only, do not microwave. Okay. And Blanca designed to sign the package. Okay, let's get the box open. Is there a straw? Yes. Alright, so we have a reusable straw. And here is the tumbler. Look, we have little hobbit houses. Ah. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I don't know if loving Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit as much as I do makes me a nerd or just awesome. But I do. I love them. The straw is like this nice green color, which matches the lid and the artwork. There we go. Ta-da! I see another box, and this is The Rose Bargain. The Rose Bargain is a book that came in a past Fairyloot, and I haven't read it yet. This is a memo pad inspired by that one. It's interesting because this box came so fast. I can remember the day that I opened the last box quite well, and I wasn't having the best day when I opened that one, but I'm having a much better day today. So that's good. Okay, so we've got the notepad here. And looks like they've done a little case. And then the papers there. That's super cute. Trying to decide if I'll take these to school or keep them for junk journaling. I probably will keep them here for use because they're not sticky. And at school, I need, if I'm going to do notes, I need them to be sticky because I have an organization system at school with sticky notes. Okay, we got packing peanuts, and underneath the packing peanuts we have, is this a bag of some lunch bag maybe? Let's see, the little tag says THW toiletry bag. Oh, a toiletry bag. You know what? This is awesome because I have a toiletry bag that's Anne of Green Gables themed, and it's kind of been used and abused because I go to my family so much that the toiletry bag gets used a lot, and like stuff will spill out. You know, sometimes you'll spill little things, that kind of stuff, and yeah, it might be time for a new one. So let's take a look at the design on the outside. We got like ships. Looks like little ships. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so this opens up for a top pocket. We got a little hook to hang it on. And then a nice big pocket to put all your stuff in. Looks like it zips open. And I like this part is mesh so you can see what's in there. And then this Velcro's back on top. Oh, and there's a little handle and a back pocket too. I like that. All right, I can see the envelope with the overlays, but I don't want to know what the book is, so I've pulled the envelope out and I'm gonna set it face down. And since they've been doing the tarot cards themed for the monthly book as well, I'm also gonna put those face down. We're gonna look at the book next, and then we'll come back to the tarot cards and such. So, Rule Them All is the theme. We know it's gonna be somewhat Asian inspired. I have no idea what this book could be. All right, let's do our cheeky sneak peek. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Oh, we can see the back of the book here. What is it? The Nightblood Prince, Molly X. Chang. This is gorgeous. The Nightblood Prince. On the back it says, a fate spun by the stars, a curse disguised as a prophecy, two dangerous princes vying for her heart. Let's investigate the book some more. Oh, holy cow. Holy cow. Look at this. This is the back of the book without the dust jacket on. Oh my gosh. I have to send a picture of this one to Tori. Tori's my school librarian friend, and I usually show her my Fairyloot boxes, and I haven't shown her any of the other ones that I've gotten this summer. Oh, man. Okay. End papers. More end papers. Okay, I'm seeing some fur-lined cloaks and things. Are we in winter here? Possibly. There's our author's signature. Are you ready for the letter? Dear Fairyloot readers, I am so delighted to share the Nightblood Prince with you. When I wrote the first draft of the Nightblood Prince, I was ready to give up on my dream of publishing a book, but decided to write a book for me and me alone as a last hurrah full of everything I love. Aww. An ambitious female lead who is not afraid to go against expectations and pave her own path, doing what she wants and not what the world wants, sometimes demands her to do. Oh, and putting knives to the throats of hot princes, hee hee. Faye is a character with ambition and courage, and even as her priorities change over time, she walks the path she wants to walk and refuses to let anyone, men, and gods dictate her fate. Growing up, I found so much joy in books. I still remember how I read Twilight with a flashlight and a dictionary, and how those books carried me through some tough moments. The gasps and the tears, how I felt joy and sorrow with the characters and forgot my own. I think, at my heart, that is the reason I write books, to help you escape. The first friends I made after immigrating here from China were made from our love of Twilight. We used to discuss the books on our walks home and talk about the casting for the next movies, which always felt like an escape from our teenage worries. I love how books bring people together, and I hope reading The Nightblood Prince with friends or strangers soon about to become friends will bring you the same connection and joy. As the series unfolds, we will see Faye suffer heartbreak and loss, fall deeply in love, and make unbearable sacrifices. Hang on. Series? I'm okay with a series, but I was like getting all excited and like, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to read more than one book to find her story. Okay, let's continue. Okay. I hope you will follow her journey, feeling every joy and every pain. Escape into this little world of mine for a few hours, as I had escaped into so many of my childhood favorites, and find solace between the pages. Molly. Wow. Now, I was not a teenager when Twilight came out, but I do remember I read Twilight and then immediately passed it on to my students. It was my first year teaching here in Wyoming, and the excitement and the way that they got hyped up over Twilight was amazing. I still have my first copy of Twilight that I let my students borrow. Is it readily available to grab and show you? It is beat to heck. Okay, I don't see it right here, which means it's in my shelves in the closet, and I'm not gonna delay the video to go see that, but I will grab it at some point and show you. But yeah, that was kind of fun to think about that time. Okay, let's go back to this book because we have a dust jacket to look at. We have a reverse dust jacket on the inside. And what does the synopsis tell us? 2 princes, 1 prophecy, a fate she cannot outrun. The night Faye was born, a prophecy was made. She would one day become Empress of all empresses. Torn from her family as a child and raised in the palace to one day marry the crown prince of the most powerful empire in the land, Faye has only ever known loneliness. When the opportunity arises to seize her own destiny for the first time in her life, Faye sets out to hunt a legendary tiger, knowing it might cost her everything. What she doesn't expect is to fall under the mercy of Viexu, the beautiful runaway prince from a rival kingdom. Blessed by the night, harboring a dangerous magic and capable of commanding an army of deadly vampires. Vampires? I was not expecting that. Oh, Viexu could be the key to Faye gaining more than just her freedom. I should have been expecting it because she loved Twilight so much. I just didn't. Yeah, but they're, holy cow, vampires. But to outrun destiny, Faye must spark a wave of events that will change the world as she knows it. Torn between 2 princes and plagued by nightmares of bloodshed, she finds that the stars might be more inescapable and more irresistible than she ever considered before. Okay. So we're seeing her love of Twilight creeping in here, both with the vampires and then with 1 girl, 2 guys kind of love triangle situation here. I hope that the resolution of the love triangle is done better than the one in Twilight. I know some people are Team Edward, and that's fine. Everyone's allowed their own opinions. I am not Team Edward at all. And I feel like the way that Stephenie Meyer resolved the situation with Jacob by having him imprint with Bella's daughter was creepy and weird. And I think it was hand-waving to make the Team Jacob people shut up. So I have talked about this before. I will stand by my opinions. And it's okay because I'm allowed to have opinions. We all are. So if you disagree, that's fine. Just don't be an a-hole about it in the comments. Thank you. Okay, but anyway, I hope this book has a very fun, like maybe fun is too much of a stretch considering we have vampires and such, but a well done story. The love triangle goes well and all of that. Okay, here is the bookmark that matches the theme card. And then we have, where'd the tarot cards go? Are they hiding? Yes, they're hiding. So we have our 2 princes, and they are the High Priestess card. No, the Emperor card. Faye, this one with the red cloak here, she is the High Priestess card. And then we have, this is the envelope for the overlays for the Nightblood Prince. And I'm not going to take them out of the envelope. See how big this envelope is? I want you to imagine one that's like brown craft paper color. And it says 4th Wing on it, right? Because they did send overlays with 4th Wing. So I have one of these that says 4th Wing overlays, blah, blah, blah. And I recently put it in a junk journal. If I can find it, like take a nice picture of it, I will insert it here for you to see. I dipped it in some orangey colored Distress Oxide and kind of just added some crazy coloring onto the envelope. Put a journaling card inside that I made from a masterboard, and it is kind of like a fun little like flip up thing in the junk journal. So what I've been doing recently with the Fairyloot stuff in the past few months is if I have envelopes and that kind of stuff, I will put them in a special box that's near my crafting desk. And if I need an envelope or something like that, I'll look and see if I have something like that. Okay, let's talk about favorite things. I really love that Shire cup. The toiletries bag is going to be very useful. The notepad, it's beautiful. I don't know how often I'm going to use these because I don't often reach for these kind of notes, especially if they're not sticky. But they're very pretty. Maybe actually I'll give them away to my students because I have some kiddos that like those kind of things. Now No, school hasn't started yet, but I teach 7th and 8th grade, and so the kids that I had in 7th grade last year, I'll have again in 8th grade this year. So at least out of some of those, I know that there will be some people that would like to use those. Yeah, if I'm going to go for something other than the book for a favorite item, I think it's going to have to be the Shire cup. I am going to go put some ice water and stuff. I'll wash it out first probably, but I'm going to do some ice water with some Crystal Light, like strawberry lemonade in it. That sounds amazing right now. And I have videos to edit, so yay. All right. So that's going to be it for this particular video. I hope you guys are having a great August so far. And let me know what you're up to in the comments. As August is proceeding on, I've got a few more rodeos and horse shows, things to go to. And then it'll be back into getting ready for school mode. By the way, if you have a teacher in your life, someone you know, someone who's friends, someone you know at church, whatever, they're probably tired of hearing, "Are you excited for school to start again?" Because they want to just enjoy their summer. So see if you can think of something else to ask them. Anyway, have a magical, wonderful, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.